Right, we go on to the next competition, ladies and gentlemen, a super featherweight contest. Please welcome into the blue corner from Thailand, Wichai Khamson. And his opponent tonight, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the red corner from the Republic of the Philippines, fighting out of the red corner, Lemuel Kenneth De Barbo.
Towers crumble, steel and bone, voices clash, the unknown, dreams dissolve in the zone, blood and dust. A kingdom throne, pulse of drums, pulse of veins, feel the fire, break the chains.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a super featherweight contest, fought over by 6 by 3 minute rounds, a weight limit of 58.96 kilos. Tonight, fighting out of the blue corner where he weighed in at 58.9 from hometown here in Thailand. A fight record of 3 fights, 2 losses, 1 draw. Wearing red and white trim, Wichai Khamson. His opponent this evening, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue and white trim, weighed in at 58.7, 168 centimeters in height, 29 years of age, and hails from the Philippines. He's trained there by Kate Sloney. 4 wins, 4 fights, 4 wins. Lemuel Kenneth De Barbo. Your referee for this contest, Mr. Chris Sanyadek. Your judges, Mr. Kantong Kantang, Mr. Rooch Raymond Tongao, and Mr. Carlos Costa. Fighters to center ring, please.
Kick lane, please. Don't be foul. Okay? Skip one for 6 now. Protect your champ. Don't hit back, don't back, don't think, don't lobo. Okay? Good luck. Corner, mouth guard.
Let's go, boys.
Okay, here we go. Moving on to fight number 5, and this is in the super featherweight division to be contested over 6 3-minute rounds. It's the Philippines taking on Thailand. Lemuel Kenneth De Barbo in the red corner with an undefeated record, 7 fights on his record, 7 victories. And Wichai Khamson in the blue corner. 3 fights in his record, 2 defeats, 1 draw.
De Barbo doing a great job just moving around the ring, trying to find the openings. A very nice way to start your first round is lots of feints, lots of push jabs, trying to find these openings before committing to the power shots.
Don't get too confused here. De Barbo in the red corner with the red gloves and Wichai in the blue corner with the blue gloves.
And you can see here, De Barbo's just controlling the pace of the fight, but don't get me wrong, Wichai just staying enough in the pocket to be dangerous enough to land a counter, but not giving up too much energy. Remember, these are 6-round fights. You can win it in the first round, but you don't need to give yourself away. But a nice counter right hand by Wichai.
Another southpaw versus an orthodox. I mean, we love calling these matchups.
My favorite matchups are watching southpaws against orthodox. It just adds that extra element to the chess match of boxing. How do they work out? But a nice flurry being landed there by De Barbo. And again, you see how he's not putting much power on these shots. He's giving Wichai just enough to worry about.
Just staying relevant, making sure he keeps a good pace, building his momentum as the fight progresses. It's good work here from De Barbo in the first round.
He's fighting like a mosquito, letting everyone know you're in the room without actually attacking anybody for a while, letting them know that you're around, and then when you're ready, that's when you go in for it.
Yeah, when you least expect it. De Barbo again, good ring craftsmanship, keeping Wichai on the ropes. Overhand right there from Wichai though.
And again, it's that overhand right that we spoke about. Wichai calmly on that back foot, but looking for these counter shots. This is where De Barbo should really start attacking the body. Wichai is too comfortable with his hands very high up. This is where De Barbo can start landing those shots to the body and getting himself out of danger.
Good hook to the body there by De Barbo. Wichai backing off right now. Looks like that body shot did hurt him.
But we know when Wichai backs up, it's also because he's loading up that right hand. You can see him getting that right hand ready to throw. Big right hand again, clears the forehead of De Barbo.
Uppercut left hook there from Wichai. De Barbo coming back with his own combination to the body, then targeting the head as well.
Final moments of round number one, and this will be the first full round we've seen so far on the card, but a very nice clash of styles here, Ali. We've got a very slick fighter, De Barbo, and Wichai with that overhand right counter shot action.
Left hand to the body there by De Barbo. Looks like it just missed the target. And that is the end of the first round. This is the first time we've gone into the second round of this afternoon. And let's take you through the replays here from the first round. What a fight it was, a round it was for De Barbo. Just controlling the pace of the fight very, very well. Going upstairs and downstairs to the body. And making sure that Wichai couldn't get in at all. Like you said, Jimmy, being the mosquito, making sure everybody knew that he's in the room without striking too much.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that round. I mean, we're seeing a clash of styles. We've got a southpaw against an orthodox, so the footwork is different. But we've also got Wichai, who's very much a back foot fighter, very calm on that back foot, waits for that sledgehammer of a right hand to come over the top. The only issue with this is De Barbo could just fin his way in, allow Wichai to throw that overhand right. As soon as it misses, that's when De Barbo flips himself back, charges back in, and goes in with that left hook to right hand. So Wichai's got to be very careful. He doesn't just rely on that one overhand right.
Here we go. Round number two coming up. Chris Sanyadet giving a stern word to these two, making sure the fight is kept clean, kept fair. And round number two is underway. We are set for 6 if it goes that far.
De Barbo back, trying to establish a jab, trying to get it moving for him, trying to push forward. Wichai again on that back foot, just turtling up. But De Barbo isn't putting too much sting behind these shots yet, which is why I'd like to see him throw some body shots as well.
And when he did throw body shots, he was very assertive. There's a body shot right there, just looping straight through the guard of Wichai. But Wichai firing back with his own body shot.
I love this from Wichai. You wouldn't expect him to be throwing shots like this. You also wouldn't expect him to be in such a competitive fight right now, because that first round, I mean, if you go by counters alone, Wichai landed the clean counters. But if you go by activity, you give it to De Barbo. So these are the types of fights we love. It's very hard to know what's going on.
De Barbo almost getting his cage rattled when Wichai threw some heavy body shots, and then with De Barbo coming back very aggressively. Almost losing his cool, would you say, Jimmy?
I mean, there is an element of how do I get someone out of it? And you see that crisp lead left hook landed by Wichai right in between. I mean, when you look at the record of Wichai, he's had 3 fights and he's lost 2 of them. It's very easy to overlook your opponent here. De Barbo's got to treat Wichai just like you would treat a very good fighter as well. Get that jab working for you. Once you've found that jab, that's when you can start filling up with the power shots as well.
De Barbo complaining about a low blow, but Chris Sanyadet says carry on fighting. Left hand there from De Barbo. Like you said, not a lot of power going behind these shots, but De Barbo just setting up that one powerful shot. And here he has Wichai in the corner, but Wichai fights his way out of it.
And finally, you know, Wichai has learned that these shots that De Barbo's thrown at me are not doing enough for me to worry about. They haven't done anything that I need to be concerned about. So eventually, De Barbo has got to start putting some mints on these shots, because he's already got Wichai in a false sense of security that these punches are not going to hurt me.
Yeah, De Barbo's got to keep Wichai inside the kitchen and keep cranking up the heat, or throwing more mints at him, as Jimmy Bo would say. Right hook to the body there left hook to the body there from De Barbo.
And this is where De Barbo needs to believe in his power, and that was not a low shot in my view. That was right on the line. But again, the referee sees something we don't maybe, but I think Wichai's doing a good job here, just remaining active with these body shots.
Yeah, these body shots sometimes just hitting the belt line of De Barbo.
And depending where the referee has agreed where the shot should be clean, I think the belt line is very clean. I mean, if you look at Wichai's shots, they're a lot higher than De Barbo's.
It's also the referee's vision of the shot too. Unfortunately, we can't replay the shots like this. Good left hook to the body there by De Barbo. And that's the end of the second round. We'll get the replays for you, then we'll crack on with round 3.
Such a great round of boxing. I mean, I think De Barbo's doing a good job here to constantly flurry his opponents, constantly stay active, but De Barbo isn't delivering power on the shots. And when you look at Wichai isn't throwing any pitter-patter shots. He's only throwing vicious, venomous punches at his opponent. So when you look at power versus shots landed, you could argue Wichai are winning these rounds because he's adding the power to the shots. De Barbo is active, but Wichai is aggressive with the power.
Yeah, De Barbo staying busy, but Wichai staying relevant with his power punches. Taking a peek into the corners here. De Barbo with a lot of experience in his corner from the Highland Boxing Gym. Telling him to throw that overhand and then go straight to the body. Good corner advice, I'd say, Jimmy.
Well, we'll find out. It's always good to see who listens to their corner and who doesn't, Ali.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's the difference between a good fighter and a great fighter. A great fighter is going to listen to their corner and execute the game plan and make the changes that the corner has seen. Here we go. There's that left hook to the body.
De Barbo's starting to put some power behind these shots as well. And you can see it got to Wichai because Wichai really pushed down on his head there. So these looping, clubbing right hands from Wichai eventually will just become old news as De Barbo can just start to work around with flurries.
Wichai again uses that right hand to the body. It's definitely a shot that has stalled De Barbo in this fight. De Barbo again with the left hand.
But again, we're at a situation of like activity versus trying to win the fight. De Barbo's active, Wichai is throwing the shots that can end fights. This is a great classic matchup. Who wants it more in a situation? And that was not a low shot. These shots are definitely hitting where they're supposed to, and that's a good sign that De Barbo is being frustrated here because he keeps complaining to the referee about body shots that are very clean body shots.
High guard here from De Barbo. I mean, you need to focus on the fight. You can't keep complaining to the referee because it takes you off the game plan. There's an uppercut there from Wichai. Great shot from him. It's probably one of the best punches he's landed in this round. It went straight through the guard of De Barbo, but De Barbo is rallying back right here.
And as you mentioned, Ali, you can't keep complaining to the referee. I'm all for complaining to the referee when it happens, but also when you get to a point of if the referee isn't helping you, you've got to help yourself sometimes. Great body shot there by Wichai. De Barbo comes back with a nice flurry, and it's body for body right now, so a battle of the conditioning for sure.
Just looking at the facial expressions here, Wichai wincing at the pain and struggling with the pace from De Barbo. Is he going to break right now in this third round? We've got we're just under a half a round to go. Right hand to the body there by Wichai.
And again, these body shots are definitely getting through for both of the fighters. Nobody likes to be hit to the body, and it's one of those shots where it doesn't really catch up with you until later on in the fight. So both fighters just dig into the body halfway through the round, and there it is. It looked like a little bit of tiredness there from Wichai.
De Barbo goes straight back in, left uppercut, right hook to the body as well. Wichai waiting for that counter punch, lands the left hook, and lands the right hand. Beautiful left hook again there from Wichai. And another right hand from Wichai, really fighting back here, coming to the end of this third round.
And we are just seeing somewhat of an underdog starting to take over this fight to me. Wichai, almost like the Rocky Balboa of this fight. He's just finding these beautiful timings, these beautiful, powerful shots. He's not throwing enough necessarily to always win the round, but that's where De Barbo is coming alive. De Barbo is active, Wichai is powerful.
There is another powerful left hook to the body from Wichai, and that is the end of the third round. What a round that was.
Let's get some of these action replays so we see that was the beginning of the round where we saw De Barbo step around and land a nice shot to the body. But here we see some of the shots peppering Wichai, but Wichai is not fazed by any of these shots. Neither shot has seemed to bother Wichai, but we've seen Wichai land some very big, powerful counters in between, which to me has really, really hurt De Barbo. The shots to the body and the shots upstairs have really hurt have hurt De Barbo as well. So depending how you want to score it, you know, we often see the judges, especially in Thailand, favor the aggressive fighter, those who try and win the fight. So De Barbo doing what he needs to do to try and win over the judges, but is he doing enough to actually win this fight? Time will tell.
Well, like you said earlier on, De Barbo being relevant and peppering his opponent with a lot of shots, you know, not putting too much power behind them, but just keeping his momentum, whereas Wichai landed the more powerful punches and definitely disrupting De Barbo's flow.
Well, you know, Ali, pepper is a complement to the dish. You can't just overuse the pepper and expect it to work, so he's got to start adding something in between now, because Wichai is just sick of the same movement here, and I think he's doing what he needs to do, going to the body, constantly throwing these aggressive uppercuts.
Yeah, Wichai here, he keeps on feinting with that right hand, just dropping his shoulder forward. And then trying to land a left hand as well at the same time. De Barbo trying to taunt him here. I think De Barbo needs to start going through the gears right now.
The problem here is De Barbo is fighting Wichai like he's an orthodox as well. He's not really using any of his southpaws to his advantage. He's not stepping to the right-hand side. He's not going to the body with a shoveling uppercut or the chest. He's just fighting like he's fighting another southpaw, and that's what I don't like to see.
Hook to the body there from De Barbo.
I mean, De Barbo's very tough. He's taken some huge, huge shots in this fight, and he's still moving forward. Credit where credit is due, but Wichai just seems like he's very visible in this fight.
Yeah, it looks like Wichai struggling with the pressure here from De Barbo. As De Barbo goes right downstairs to the body. Heavy left hooks from De Barbo, and here he goes, marching down his opponent.
And this is where Wichai needs to be aggressive, because De Barbo now could just keep putting the pressure on, keep moving forward with the jab, keep going to the body, but he now needs to be active more than ever.
Left hook there from Wichai. De Barbo shaking it off. Most of those punches hitting the gloves of De Barbo as he walks down Wichai.
And we know that shaking your head doesn't necessarily mean anything, but De Barbo being the active fighter in this round, just constantly throwing at his opponent, not allowing Wichai to really think about anything.
But one thing's for sure, De Barbo is everything about hitting Wichai as his leg hit the canvas. Good save by the referee, Chris Agnedet.
And again, De Barbo just constantly throwing these arm shots, but I'm worried De Barbo is going to get tired. He's still got 2 more rounds after this one, but is Wichai just taking too much? A big left hook there, landed by Wichai.
De Barbo again going back to that spot with another left hook to the body. Missing with the right hook. Wichai on his bicycle right now, trying to survive this round.
And ironically, this is where De Barbo needs to get on his bike as well and really hunt him down. Just keep giving Wichai something to worry about. Keep giving him the idea that I don't care how tired you are, I'm gonna hunt you down.
Jab there from De Barbo. De Barbo with the high guard. Trying to have a fight in the phone booth with Wichai, but his footwork is allowing him to stay on the outside, forcing De Barbo to chase him.
And you can see these shots are starting to get through to Wichai. Didn't have an answer for being smothered that much in that round, and that's the interesting part here. Although the punches weren't hurting, he wasn't being hurt. I'll be talking through some of these replays.
Yeah, I mean, De Barbo, that was probably the most dominant round for him. Wichai slowing down big time. De Barbo going to the body and making sure that he made Wichai pay when he got into the pocket. Just landing these shots in the clinch with the dirty boxing. And trying to go round the back with his hooks to the body too, landing a few times with them. Very one-sided round really for De Barbo. Jimmy, what are you expecting to see from Wichai as we go into the 5th round?
I mean, if we go by what we saw in that previous round, he looks exhausted. It looks like he hasn't got the energy. And the referee's calling it. Is that?
Yeah, he's calling it off. The fight has been stopped.
RTB.
That's what it looks like anyway.
We're just going to get an update in just a moment. But yeah, the fight has been stopped. I don't know if Wichai has been retired in his corner. I mean, we spoke about this before. There's times where are you surviving the fight or are you trying to win the fight? And after that round, maybe he was injured. maybe something happened, because to me, Wichai in that last round, Ali, did not look like the Wichai of round 1 and round 2, right?
Yeah, I completely agree. We'll take it up to Philip Player for the official decision. We'll see you in fight number 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has stopped the fight when the blue corner was unable to come out. Ladies and gentlemen, a victory by TKO in 3 minutes of round 4. Ladies and gentlemen, please a big hand for Lemuel Kenneth De Barbo. Taking his record now, 5 fights to 5 fights. Well done.